Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of The Radium Girls. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Valerie.
Today we bring you a tragic story about a mother who neglects her children, and it's just really sad and actually quite dark.
Right in our own state.
Yeah, right in our home state, right here. So, without further ado, let's just get right into the story. There's not a whole lot to say on the introduction part. It's a pretty dark story and very, very sad and heartbreaking. And here we go.
The Houston mom accused of abandoning her 3 young boys after her boyfriend allegedly beat her 4th child to death, leaving the kids in an extremely dirty apartment for nearly a year with her youngest child's decomposing corpse, underwent a drastic change after linking up with the man now accused of killing her 8-year-old autistic son, according to the grandmother of one of the survivors. When Gloria Williams, 35, disappeared from Linda Smith's life about 3 years ago, Smith said she also lost all contact with her grandson, Javion Kirkland, the 7-year-old's father and Smith's, but Linda took in Gloria, Javion, and his siblings for a few months in 2014, while Kirkland was incarcerated. And although Linda eventually asked Gloria to leave over what she claims was promiscuous behavior, Linda said Gloria was, at the time, a kind and decent person. I know she didn't drink or do drugs when she was living with me, Linda, 71, told the Daily Beast, saying she barely recognizes the Gloria she is now seeing in the media. All of this happened after she met him, she said, referring to Gloria's current boyfriend and murder suspect, Brian Coulter. When I saw her picture on the news, she was like somebody else. I couldn't imagine her ever being like that. I never saw her like that. She wasn't like that when she was around me.
Brian and Gloria started dating a few years ago, the police said. Last November, Brian, who was 31, killed Gloria's son, 8-year-old Kendrick Lee, by beating and kicking him to death. That's so sad. Yeah. And that was according to a criminal complaint filed in Harris County District Court. A few weeks before Kendrick's life ended, a photo posted to Gloria's Instagram showed her enjoying frozen cocktails with her husband, presumably Brian. Javion has told investigators that Brian's drinking often brought on violence, prosecutors said.
Man, I hate violent drunk people. Like, why? Why not be fun?
Be a fun drunk.
Yeah, like me.
Or a sleepy one. I could even handle a sleepy one. Just go lay down and go take a nap.
Girl, that's you.
Once I hit a threshold, I'm done.
Yes.
Just go to bed.
Yes.
Oh, man. A few months after Kendrick's death, Gloria showed off the jewelry that Brian bought for her for Valentine's Day, as Javion and his brothers were abandoned with Kendrick's remains in a bare, roach-infested apartment. That's so sad. I love him very much. Gloria captioned a photo of a watch, 3 necklaces, a bracelet, 2 rings, 2 pairs of earrings, and a bag from Zales. Everything is real, she said.
Okay.
Your son's dead. Your quote boyfriend just murdered him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're flashing all your joy. Oh, I can't. Mm-mm. For his part, Brian's Instagram page is littered with videos of himself enjoying big plates of food, photos of himself dripping in diamond jewelry, and spouting aphorisms about his love for his girlfriend and family. Mm-hmm.
Of course he is.
Right. Kendrick was autistic, according to relatives, and at least one of the 3 other children in the home is believed to be on the spectrum, authorities said. Javion is not, although Linda told the Daily Beast the once happy child was very quiet and seemed isolated when she last saw him. That's that's so terrible. I have an autistic nephew. He's definitely on the spectrum. Excuse me. I actually have 2 autistic nephews. So this, it hurts even more. The story, it just hurts because it's if he was nonverbal, then he couldn't even express what his, I'm not going to speculate on why he murdered him, but I wonder if that's what it was. He got frustrated with him because Kendrick couldn't speak. If he was nonverbal, if he was severely autistic, or I can't remember, the levels or whatever, but it just makes the story even more heartbreaking because it's just like anybody that like anybody that's not able to speak their emotions and I really hope that's picking that up because it's kind of cute. It's just so sad. There's a special place in hell for people like him.
Yeah.
There was neglect. I could see it, Linda recalled. Something had happened.
Investigators said they don't think Brian, who did not father any of the abandoned children, had been abusive toward Gloria, who is charged with 2 counts of injury to a child by omission and 1 count of tampering with evidence, specifically a human corpse. She is also facing charges of failure to provide medical care and failure to provide adequate supervision. As you should.
For real.
Hope. Linda struggles to understand what could have led Gloria down such a path and insists it is still too early to dismiss the possibility that Brian was controlling her.
I don't care who you are. You're not, like, no man will ever control me to the point where if you murder my child, I'm not going to jail for murder.
Yeah.
For murdering you.
There's so many people like that, though, like...
manipulating and controlling and...
women, yeah. Like,
oh, yeah.
To 2 women.
Yes.
And, like, kill their kids.
Mm-hmm. Women can do it to men, too. More common men to women, but... Mm-hmm. It's a fucked up world we live in.
Why y'all following these men?
It's not worth it, girl. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
Men ain't shit. JK. I'm just wondering if there was more going on with Gloria than we might have realized, Linda said, adding that she thought Brian was trouble from the moment she saw his picture on Gloria's Facebook page. Victims behave strangely when there's abuse. All of this constant hitting, yes, that's true, but that's not something that you're born with. It could be that she didn't have a choice. A choice in what? Like saying something?
Yeah.
Going forward? Mm-hmm. No, you had a choice.
I mean, yeah.
When you were sitting there drinking your cocktails and flashing your jewelry.
Yeah, I don't think... I think she chose. There's always a choice.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even when it comes to, like, if he's got a gun to your head or something, there's always a choice. Mm-hmm. You know, pull the damn trigger if it means saving my kids. Whatever. I don't care. But there's always a choice. Mm-hmm. Unless... I mean, well, I don't know. Unless you're okay with it. She had to be okay with it.
I mean, yeah, we'll get there. Javion and his siblings, aged 10 and 15, were finally rescued from the home on October 24th, 2021.
Shout out my boyfriend's birthday.
When the 15-year-old texted Gloria to say he couldn't take living there anymore, then dialed 911. When cops arrived, they discovered the 3 very thin boys surviving in deplorable conditions. Javion had been living alone with his 2 younger brothers, ages 10 and 7, and the skeletal remains of a 3rd brother were found by deputies under a blanket. The unit was infested with roaches, the carpet was soiled, and there was no furniture or beds.
That is so heartbreaking.
That is so sad, and... oh, gosh. It took this kid, too, so long to freaking...
he was
come
traumatized.
Forward.
Yeah. He was traumatized.
He was probably terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and traumatized. Everything. Ugh. What I say? You don't mess up children. Okay? Mm-hmm. You don't. They're innocent, okay?
Mm-hmm. That's so sad. 15-year-old, 10 and 7-year-olds. And
God, I can't imagine
with a brother who's just decaying right there. Like, I'm sure they witnessed him passing away and
just decomposing.
Oh man, the trauma.
They're going to be traumatized for life. Like, you can't come back from that.
No, I don't think you can.
That's so sad.
That is so sad.
Messed up all these kids.
I hope they'll be okay.
I hope so, but yeah, it's going to take a lot.
A lot of therapy. Everybody needs therapy, by the way.
Yes.
I fully believe in that.
Me too.
Brian often abused Gloria's boys, according to Harris County Sergeant Dennis Wolford. Several months after Kendrick died, Gloria and Brian moved to another apartment about 15 minutes away, so they didn't have to be around the child's dead body, Wolford said. Fucking cunts.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. You're going to move away because you don't want to be around your child that you killed?
Like I'm really surprised I didn't try to, like, bury him or take him away somewhere. Hide him, anything.
I'm not surprised. They probably, like, they lived in an apartment complex. How do you think they'd get out of there
Trash
with
bag,
the body?
anything.
Yeah, but then they'd be on film taking something suspicious out on film. How old am I? Taking something suspicious out. It would have been safer just to leave it in there and take the other kid. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not trying to justify why they did that, why they just left him, but why didn't they just fucking call 911 and turn themselves in? Oh, I can't stand them.
They just leave it there for the... I mean, how could you trust your kids to wait so long for the body to decompose and stuff like that? Or, I don't know.
They probably, like, I don't know. There's just the kids are probably just so traumatized, and they probably threaten them.
Yeah.
That might be a detail of, you know, their life that the kids haven't.
But, like, how did they trust them not to, like, say anything? Like, traumatized. But
yeah. Threaten them. Yeah. Because if they did, then maybe something would happen. And
yeah.
I don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
The rent for the apartment where the children lived was paid for by Gloria's government assistance checks, in which she collected approximately $2,000, the cops believe. Gloria received financial assistance for each child with a disability. Funds intended for Kendrick, believed to be autistic, continued after his death. His death went unreported for 11 months until his 15-year-old brother, like we stated earlier, called the police on October 24th. She also continued receiving funds for her oldest daughter, who no longer lived with her.
Yep, she received a whole lot of money.
A family member said Gloria stopped by once in a while to drop off junk food and soft drinks, and also sent some via delivery. The teenager told police that he had not seen his mother in months. He relied on neighbors for food, according to the report.
They're surviving on junk food and soft drinks.
Yeah.
So healthy.
So healthy. That's why they were so thin.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
Mm-mm. At one point, a few weeks before, Brian attacked the middle child and broke his jaw, said Wolford, who explained that the boy was never taken to a doctor and will now need surgery to fix his shattered bones.
I can't imagine just walking around like a few weeks at this point.
And your jaw's just shattered?
He's probably not even eating.
I was about to say, he probably hadn't eaten. That's why they're probably so thin. I mean,
yeah.
Number one, junk food, being abused, all that stuff. But the poor kid, all of them. Oh, it breaks my heart.
So, he said he hasn't seen his mother in a few months. So does that mean Brian was coming over there and just being stupid?
What do you mean being stupid?
Like, beating up children?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if she knew about that. Like, that he was going over there?
Yeah. It was like, maybe he bought the food or something like that. Junk food. I don't know.
Or maybe he said he was going to take some over there, but he never did.
Maybe. I don't know.
And he just abused the children.
Yeah, I guess. Because I haven't seen their mother in months.
Yeah, it's all just fucked up. Like, oh, never.
The medical examiner ruled that the 8-year-old, identified as Kendrick by family members, died from multiple blunt force injuries. His death had been ruled a homicide. Investigators said the teenager explained that Brian kicked and punched his younger brother to death, and his mother did little to stop him.
Like, so his mother was sitting there witnessing this.
She said, no, stop. No, don't do that.
Don't punch him.
That's my son. I love him.
Yeah, he's the blessing.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I could see her doing that.
That's fucked up.
Did little to stop him. Like,
I don't know if she's going to make it in jail.
That's true.
Or him.
True. Yeah, that's true too. After the fatal beating, Brian covered the boy's lifeless body with a blanket. Brian and Gloria then moved out, leaving her children to fend for themselves. What?
I'm at a loss for words for these people.
Wow.
And just... I don't know. They're just sick.
I can't comprehend.
Mm-mm.
I can't comprehend.
No. They're sick.
They're
sick in the head.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Cover them with a blanket. I don't know.
At least they had the courtesy to do that, though. Like, so the kids didn't have to stare at it.
That's crazy. Like, he beat this kid to death, and then I guess you had to check if he was, like, alive still. Mm-hmm. And then he found out he wasn't. He just put a blanket over him, and then, like, let's move out.
Oh, it's sickening.
I feel like you could have... I don't want to go there.
What?
I was gonna say, I feel like you could have, like, at least took him out of the house, buried him somewhere or something. Put trash can. He's a little kid. No.
I mean, yeah, but no. That would be too incriminating. I cannot ever, never justify why they would leave the sibling there with why they would leave him there with his siblings. Mm-hmm. Could never justify that, but I'm not trying to justify it, but I could see it, because if you're taking just one kid out, like, you got 3 of them and you're it's too suspicious.
I feel like you could find a way.
I don't know.
Put him, I don't want to say that, but put him in, like, a trash can or, like, duffel bag.
But they had to keep the appearance of, I don't know, there's just too much.
No, you bury, appearing.
What?
Appearance of what?
Like, they had to keep the appearance that all the kids were still there, and, they were, living there.
Don't look at Kendrick, he's sleeping.
Huh?
So don't look at Kendrick, he's sleeping.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
No, like, for people in the apartment complex that see him.
But then they're not seeing Kendrick anyway.
They didn't see any of the kids. That's the point. If they would have gotten caught on camera carrying a duffel bag out or something like that,
they might not have ever got caught.
I don't know, because they did move.
They might not have ever got caught. They might not have to move. They might not have had to leave the kids there and stuff, Like, the kid wouldn't have a reason to call, kind of. If they would have took them out. They could still be out there being crazy.
Well, I think this kid eventually still probably would have called and
someone else probably would have died.
Yeah. Or it would have eaten at his conscience, or, their living conditions weren't good at all, so he could have seen his little brothers starving, and, it might have been a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Maybe not as long as, or, whatever.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me to, like, kill someone and then just leave them there.
But none of this makes sense.
Yeah. From all the true crime I read, okay. I read. I don't read. Watch.
It's sickening. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's just like, is there, like, another one like this where they just leave them? I'm sure there is. But, like, I can't think of any. Even Casey Anthony hit her kid.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's just...
They're stupid, that's why.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Drugs. Drugs were involved. That's why.
Did it say drugs?
I think it did have to be.
I was like, cocaine.
It had to be drugs.
Something. I don't know. The Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences in Houston, the entity responsible for all autopsies in Harris, as homicidal violence with multiple blunt force injuries. Officials declined to provide additional details and told the Daily Beast that the autopsy report would be available only after the criminal case had been adjudicated. Javion and his 2 brothers are now in the custody of child welfare authorities, and Linda said she doesn't know exactly where her grandson is at the moment. In an interview with the Daily Mail, Linda said she would have gladly adopted all 4 of the kids had she known what was going on.
It's a little too late.
Yeah.
Sad. During a Wednesday court hearing for Gloria, Javion and one of his brothers said Brian kicked and punched Kendrick until his eyes were blackened and he was no longer moving. Gloria allegedly told cops she witnessed the deadly assault and claimed she attempted to stop Brian without success. Liar.
No. Stop.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't. The next day, Brian reportedly apologized for having beaten Kendrick until he went to sleep.
Apologize? What's that gonna do?
No. And they both knew damn well that he was not asleep.
Until he went to sleep. Why'd y'all move them?
Then why'd you put a blanket over him?
Yes.
Like, over all of him?
Oh, gosh.
No. You might have beaten him unconscious, but then he bled to death. Maybe, like, had internal bleeding or something like that.
He freaking knew what he was doing.
Oh, this poor baby. Javion's teenage brother was terrified of Brian and held out hope that Gloria would eventually advise law enforcement that there was a dead child in their home, police said.
You would think.
Yeah, you would think. Gloria said in court that she didn't report Kendrick's death for fear her other kids would be taken away and that she might face jail time. What the fuck did you think was going to happen in the first place?
You weren't even living with them.
Right, you weren't even caring for them. So what would it matter that your kids were taken away?
You haven't seen them for months. Like,
you're sending them junk food and sodas.
This is a damn lie.
Damn lie. Just trying to look good in court.
You ain't coming back from that, sorry.
No, you're not. I think after a year's time, the 15-year-old finally said, "Enough is enough," Wolford told reporters.
Good.
Mm-hmm. My mama has been asking for Kendrick since the day he was born, and she kept telling her no. We knew that with all these kids, eventually she was not going to be able to be the best parent she could be. This is one of Gloria's family members talking about, Linda. Gloria had a total of 6 children, ranging in age from 7 to 17, according to the family. Gloria reportedly had no parental rights over her 2 daughters. She kicked her oldest daughter out 2 years ago because the teenager often sparred with Brian about him abusing her brother, and Gloria didn't like that.
You didn't.
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Wow, you don't need any parental rights.
No, none.
None.
That's horrible. Every 3 to 6 months, she has a new phone number, one of the family members said. Every 3 to 6 months, she's moving apartments, so we never had a solid address for her. She's terrible.
Yeah. Anytime they inquired about the kids, Gloria made it seem like everything was all good. She kept saying, "They're okay, they're in school." Anytime we did go help and ask, "Where are the kids at?" she would say, "Oh, they're in school." We never had an apartment number. She would always be like, "I'll meet y'all at the front of the apartments." We didn't think anything of it. Gloria is charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence, a human corpse. Brian is charged with murder.
They both should have been charged with murder.
Death penalty or alone.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd probably be too good for them. Immediately.
Yeah.
Child Protective Services is seeking emergency custody of the 3 boys. Gloria's relatives intend to fight for guardianship. Very sweet children, very nice, very well spoken. At the same time, that 1,000-yard stare, that blankness in the eyes, Wolford said of the kids. At the same time, they were as sweet as you can be. Nice children. 2 days after the 911 call, police located Gloria and Brian at a public library looking online for news about their case. And then they detained them for questioning. The pair were initially released as investigators still needed to collect more evidence, Wolford said. Brian was ordered by a judge to undergo a psychiatric evaluation, and his bail was set at $1 million. Gloria's combined bail was set at $900,000. Police said more charges could be filed. So, they are like the dumbest people on earth. They went to a public library to go find news on their case.
Yeah.
First of all, don't you have a cell phone? You don't have, 5G or anything? What's happening? Why would you go to the public library?
It doesn't, you're right. It doesn't make any sense.
I need to know. Park at, a Starbucks or something and use their Wi-Fi. I don't know. Anything.
But I guess they're concerned that their phone might be tracked or something.
She had a new number, every day.
Yeah, but
She probably had some throwaway phones. Just look it up and then throw it. I don't know. They make no sense. They make no sense. That's so sad. I'm glad y'all got freaking detained. Being stupid.
So, Gloria's bond actually was raised after this, on a month later or a little less. The judge actually raised it to $1.5 million. and he raised it because he called the 900,000 bond insufficient. Which, duh, yeah. Quit.
They need to not have any possibility of bonds.
Yeah, for sure. They don't need
Or bill,
out.
whatever.
Yeah. So I was trying to look to see when. So he went to court in December of last year, 2021, and was charged with capital murder. And she is set to go to court sometime this year in 2022. So I was trying to find, or we were trying to find, a date for that, but we can't find anything. So as of right now, at the time of you watching this video and us recording it, there's nothing else out there. If we do hear news, because we live in Texas, we're probably going to hear news about this at some point. Whenever her court date comes up, we'll try to see if there's enough there for us to do an episode and update you guys. But that is the tragic story of what happened to poor Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Do you remember hearing about it? I remember hearing about it when it happened. Surely. If you're not listening from Texas, then, this happened in our little state down here, and it's super sad.
It is sad.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts. Do you think that he was charged enough and, with the capital murder not death row? I laugh because, that's what I would want for him. I want him executed.
I need it immediately.
Yeah. Done. Get out of here. It's just wrong. All kinds of wrong. So.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we have a question for you guys today. All right. So, if you could shop for free at one store, which one would you choose?
For free.
One day only.
One store. It'd probably have to be something like freaking Walmart or Target, where they have everything.
That's what I'm thinking too. I was thinking Target.
Yeah, where they have it all, for free.
But I would probably have to do Walmart.
They have more.
I feel like Walmart has more. Target has some really cool stuff that you can get exclusively at Target. But Walmart has some really cool stuff too.
They have more.
Yeah, they have more.
It's bigger, it's super.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably choose Walmart too.
Can we choose a mall?
A mall?
Yeah, they have a lot of stores.
Girl. This is a store.
Yeah, I'd probably have to do Walmart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or Amazon.
See, I was thinking Amazon, but does that count? Because it's kind of like a warehouse, Or is it online shopping store? Because Amazon would be freaking awesome.
Maybe we could do one of each. Online, Amazon, 100%.
We're gonna have the same answers.
Yeah, we are. Walmart
definitely
in person.
Amazon, and then Walmart in person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could spend some money.
Yeah, some free monies.
Yes. Upgrade everything.
Oh my god, yes. 100%.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Oh my god. I'd be there all day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That would suck too, if you only had one day, to spend all the free money.
What if you're can I just have one of everything you have?
I wouldn't want one of everything.
I would. You could sell the rest.
But there's some things I probably would want more than just one thing.
Yeah, that's true. But you gotta think hard about those. The big ticket items.
That's true.
Need 4 70-inch TVs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you would have so many TVs.
Yeah, you just have some for backup.
So many computers, so many phones. Oh my god, you would have so much shit.
All the
you
games.
need to buy a whole Walmart just to store it in.
I know, for real. Maybe Walmart sells warehouses or something. A big shed.
Oh, then you could go to Lowe's and get one of those.
Or Walmart.
Do they have those there?
Maybe online. Does Amazon?
You can buy anything on Amazon.
Probably buy a house, huh? Buy me
a tiny house.
Yeah.
Come in this size.
I have no room for my Walmart stuff.
I don't know. I would definitely probably just go through there, walk through it, and take my time and shop.
I only have 24 hours.
I would stock up on shampoo and tampons and like, all this stuff.
Food.
Yeah.
Definitely food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has to be a fully stocked Walmart too.
Yeah.
It can't be, picked for.
Not COVID Walmart.
Oh, it has so many clothes.
Oh, yeah. You have a bunch of the essential stuff you need too.
Mm-hmm. Let's just live in Walmart.
For real. Like,
that'd be so cool. Yeah, just give me the keys. What would you choose? Do you agree with us? Like a Walmart or a Target and, online, of course. And like, if you don't answer Amazon, I really want to know what you're going to answer because like, what would you, what?
I don't know anything better.
I know. I wouldn't know anything better either. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let us know down below if you're watching our YouTube. You can also drop a comment on our Facebook page. But anyways, if you are listening to just our podcast, it does get uploaded straight to our Facebook. So this episode is on there. You can comment there and let us know, what online store, or not online store, but what if you could shop for free at one store online and then one store in person, what would you choose? You can also send us a message on Facebook and we'll respond.
Submit a question.
Yeah, let us know what questions you want to hear.
Say whatever.
Yeah. What would you like our opinion on?
Yeah.
And if you have any topics, we have a suggestion or listener submitted topics and we'll give you a shout out. That's it. That's this episode.
Bye.
Bye. Like Bailey. Bye. Well, thanks again for listening, and everybody have a wonderful day. As always, stay curious.